Hello, Ursuline. This is your Irish News, the hotspot for all things Ursuline related. I'm your host, Kylie Duos, and this is John Frangos. This week's episode includes our story of the week, including Bella Rasuti and her passion for animals.
The Italian club came together to learn how to make pasta from scratch.
Our school participated in the St. Patrick's Day Parade over the weekend.
On Monday, our school had an annual coin hunt. Those who found 3 coins earned a cupcake at lunch.
On Tuesday, our school had our Lenten liturgy. Ursuline volunteers helped staff the Circle of Friends night at Race.
Now it's time to turn it over to our news meteorologist, Massimo for.
Thanks, guys. Tomorrow will be mostly sunny with some possible clouds. There will be a high of 53 and a low of 41. Saturday is going to be mostly cloudy throughout the day with a high of 50 and a low of 26 with a 53% chance of rain. Sunday, there will be some more sunshine in the morning, but be prepared for clouds and possible rain showers later in the day. There will be a high of 51 and a low of 43. That's all for the weather this week. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Massimos. The Black Student Union had a great bake sale last week. Thank you for all those who supported.
Today we had our varsity club prize lunch for those who sold their raffle tickets.
Now it's time for sports updates on Ursuline Athletics.
Thanks, guys. The softball and baseball teams are finishing with scrimmages, and during spring break, both teams will start their actual games. The track team is finishing their conditioning and will start their meets when we come back from break. East Sports concluded their season with 2 big wins over Cleveland Shaw and Harding, and they qualified to the regional tournament in April. Good luck, guys. That's it for sports this week. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, guys.
The end of the school year is near, and we encourage students to gain service hours.
Seniors and juniors are expected to gain 10 service hours, and freshmen and sophomores are expected to have at least 5.
Now it's time for our story of the week. Chris Strawn interviewed Bella Rasuti about her work with animals.
Worked with mostly horses and dogs.
Working with animals had always seemed interesting to sophomore Bella Rasuti.
I enjoy working with horses because it gives me a variety of between training to spend time with the horses. I really enjoy doing that.
Bella has learned how to work with horses and dogs upwards of 3 years.
I usually babysit dogs at my church because people that work during the day don't always have time to go home and leave their puppies at their house. So at my church, there's a separate room that I can take the dogs into, and I can work with them there.
Bella has favorited working with horses as she tends to horses on a variety of farms through summer.
I work with all different types of horses, mostly just basic breeds. Quarter horses, Arabians are more like high-wired. I've actually never worried about getting injured on a horse. I have a lot of trust in myself and that horse, so I've never had to think about getting injured.
Bella has done English riding for about 2 years and has been babysitting dogs close to 3.
The difference between English riding and Western riding is English is more like sophisticated, as in Western, a lot of different types. I do English personally, but I want to do Western.
Those are some nice horses, Callie. Have you ever ridden a horse?
Yes, have you?
No, but I have the horse in the back.
So now it's time for our survey of the week.
I bring him. I would bring a water filter, Gordon Ramsay, probably a multi-tool, and a lighter.
A sun hat, because I don't want to get sunburned.
Like a billion cases of water.
I'd probably bring my Weber grill so that I could grill all the animal life and plant life located on the island to be able to survive.
Probably Vincent Campana, some golf clubs, and a rangefinder.
I would bring my one and only sister, Juliana Flaudo. I love you.
A life jacket.
I would bring my weighted stuffed dino. His name is Morgan, and I really can't sleep without him.
I'll bring a few potatoes with me, just to survive a few days.
My worst enemy, then they won't plague the rest of the world.
March 31st starts the Shamrock Raffle Dress Down for students who earned a quota selling 12 tickets.
Congratulations, Mrs. Rab, on being honored a Secondary Teacher of the Year.
That's all for this week, with this week's episode of the Irish News from the week of March 17th through the 20th. Have a great spring break, Irish.
Bye.